Long before steel warships, long before roaring cannons shook the seas, there was a time when humanity first dared to rule the waves. A time when wooden planks, ropes, and sails gave birth to something the world had never seen before: the world's very first navy. The story takes us back, nearly 5,000 years ago, to the banks of the Nile in ancient Egypt. The Pharaohs understood something no one else had fully realized: that the river was not just water. It was power, a lifeline, a trade route, and a battlefield. At first, the Egyptians built simple boats of papyrus reeds, fragile, swaying with every wave. But soon, they began to dream bigger. They cut down cedar trees from Lebanon, imported strong timber, and crafted mighty wooden ships. These were not mere boats. They were floating armies. It was Pharaoh Amenhotep II and his successors who truly transformed ships into weapons of war. They lined the decks with archers, trained men to row in rhythm, and raised tall sails to ride the wind. The Nile became their highway and the Mediterranean their frontier. Imagine the sight: hundreds of oars striking the water in unison, the sound of drums beating, the flapping of sails against the desert wind, a force so terrifying that Egypt's enemies trembled at the sight of ships approaching their shores. These fleets were used not only for conquest, but for protection. They guarded trade routes, carried soldiers, and brought treasures from distant lands. It was through this naval power that Egypt stood as a giant of the ancient world. And so, the world's first navy was born, not from iron, not from engines, but from vision, from the dream of men who refused to let the river be only a river, who saw in it the key to empire, to defense, to glory. Even today, as modern warships patrol the oceans with nuclear power and radar, their story carries an echo of those first wooden ships on the Nile, the beginning of mankind's eternal struggle to rule both land and sea. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, share it with others, and leave a kind comment. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.